I love all bitches, round, square, oval bitches, itch, horse, slave bitches, smart, dumb, crazy bitches, true, horny, dirty.
Hey, what is going on, Big Dick? So today, since I've been woodcutting a lot, I felt like making a video like this. This was actually recommended from one of my friends and one of my subscribers as well, actually. These are the scrimshaws that you guys obviously get from POP, Player on Port. So the first part of this video, I actually tested out the tree shaking scrimshaw. Now this works with any type of tree that you actually cut. Obviously, I was cutting Arctic pines because they're like one of the best to do basically for efficiency. Besides C2 fishing, I'm not sure if this would work in C2. I don't think it would. I really doubt it would. But anyways, if it does and whatever, I don't think you can get a bird's nest in C2 fishing. You probably can't bring the scrimshaw in there. But anyways, moving on. So what this scrimshaw does is it actually gives you a 300% chance of the drop rates of bird's nests increasing, and you also get imps, like little hunting imps. You can get up to kingly, dragon, whatever. I didn't get any of them, but you can get them. Now, it lasts 3 hours, just like any other scrimshaw, and it costs me just about 450k cash, which means basically each hour on that thing is going to cost me 150k. So if I make more than 150k in the first hour of using that, or just any hour, on average at least 150k, then you basically break even, but you get a good chance of those little imps. Now, you guys will see as you're watching the video, I had some bad luck with where I actually was woodcutting. There's a huge lake or whatever right beside me. And these little spirit imps can actually, go right on top of the water, and you can't, obviously. So, yeah, they kind of just got away. So if I was going to use this ever, I'd probably make sure I'm at, like, somewhere where it's kind of more safe, not around water, where you can actually get to the imp. I would definitely recommend ivy probably being the best for this, but the only thing about that is that most people cut ivy because they want AFK, so I don't know if this would be really recommended for, when you're cutting ivy. But if you're actually paying attention, you're cutting ivy, then I guess you can go ahead. Now, the bird's nest, I would say, is probably the best part of the money. Like I said, 300% of the drop rates for bird's nest, so any bird's nest you normally get, just imagine it being 3 times the speed of getting it. Now, I actually wasn't too unlucky with the bird's nest. I'm not exactly too sure how many I picked up. I'm sure it was a little bit over 10 or so, but I ended up getting a maple seed, a palm seed, and I think that's about all I got from the nest. I got like 4 or 5 bananas, an apple, and acorns, things like that. The implings didn't get me anything actually at all. I got like 13 law roots and 4 prayer pots, so that's kind of worth nothing. It actually price checked to exactly like 145k or so. So at that hour, I actually I just kind of broke even. Now this doesn't give you any boost in woodcutting, like the experience per hour doesn't increase or anything. In fact, it probably decreases it because you have to go chase the little imps and you got to pick up the stupid bird's nest, which I normally don't pick up bird's nest, by the way, when I woodcut. So this is something that I would not use, but in case you guys are looking for some extra profit while woodcutting, this is something that you can use depending on the price of it, all the time. And I don't think a video like this is going to make this thing rise by that much if it does at all, because everyone's obviously been making these from POP. So, I mean, POP is good money if you make scrimshaws and you make other things like that. It can be very good money. But I would say, I've used this thing for a full 3 hours now, and I average just about 150k each time as well. I only tested it for an hour in the video, and I figured that wasn't enough, so I did it for the full 3 hours. And yeah, I averaged exactly just about 500k total back from it. I didn't get anything from the implings at all, so it looks like on average you would make your money back from it, but if you do get anything special from implings, like dragon implings, I think you get like bolt tips and things like that, or kingly implings or something like that, you can get out to like $1 million worth of something. I believe impling jars, a dragon one, could even give you a D-Axe, which is worth like 3 or 4 mil. I'm not sure how rare that fucking is. I've never gotten one, obviously, but yeah, now if you want, you can actually make money as well doing this. You can use impling jar and the butterfly net. I believe you still need in your, maybe you don't, but yeah, if you have impling jars, you can catch these and just sell them in the GE, but that's, I'm not trying to lose too much experience doing this. There's much better money-making methods out there, but this is just something on the side that you can do while you are woodcutting. Now, the last thing I tested out in this video is what's called the log splitting scrimshaw. What it does is it randomly will take, I think it's 50% chance of doing it. It will take a log that you cut, so I don't think this will work on ivy, I guess. Yeah, I'm sure this wouldn't work. This would only work on like arctics or willows or maples or yews and magics and whatnot. It works similar to what an Inferno Adds does. It takes a log and splits it, so I'm pretty sure you actually don't get the log in your inventory. So it counts as if like your Inferno Adds burned it off, but you will get a bonus woodcutting experience with it, as you guys will see. One of the XP drops I got in this video, I think, was 220 woodcutting experience. No, 210. So 210 woodcutting experience. As a normal experience, the drop is 148. So it gave me an extra like 70 experience or 60. The scrimshaw doesn't really do much at all. It only costs about 200k in the GE. I would definitely not recommend really using it. It doesn't really do anything. I mean, that extra XP is not really worth 200k for 3 hours of work. Well, not 3 hours of work. I mean, probably like maybe it saves like 3 minutes of woodcutting. I don't know. It's not really worth. In fact, I have no idea how these are even 200k. Like, I would never recommend using it. I bought 2 because I thought they were going to be pretty good, but yeah, it doesn't split it often enough, and it doesn't really do anything. Since you can drop logs so easily now, it doesn't really matter. Now in this hour, I received 106k woodcutting experience whenever I used the first scrimshaw, the one with the implings. So I lost just about 14k experience worth of woodcutting experience in that hour, just to make a little bit of extra cash if you do get a good impling. So I would definitely say both these scrimshaws are actually not that great. But if you're cutting something like Ivy, then if you don't want to AFK too much, then I guess you could activate that scrimshaw. The other one, the log splitting one, would not work at Ivy. I'm almost 100% positive. Though keep in mind, sometimes in like an hour, you'll actually just end up getting like maybe 2 magic seeds and like maybe a U seed, stuff like that. That will obviously add up. I believe magic seeds are around 170k right now or so, something around there. So I mean, like maybe one day you'll have just a very lucky hour and you'll make like 300, 400k, maybe even 500k. I don't know. But it seems like the average you will actually be able to pay off for that scrimshaw. But if you get anything like a bonus, then you will profit something. So it's something to keep in mind if you guys ever feel like cutting Ivy or anything like that. But yeah, anyways, that's about all I have to say for today, guys. I'm sorry it's not too much of a, I mean, I guess more like an item review. But yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys next video, and I hope you guys enjoyed.